Hi everyone, my name's Rebecca, also known as Reiki Reselling. I'm a part-time reseller over on Vinted and eBay, and today I'm over in Newcastle. I'm at St Michael's Church for their nearly new sale. I will get it right eventually. I'm a little bit worried because I just don't know where to park. Everywhere says permanent holders only, and that's the trouble with city centres, though that's not really in the centre. But we'll see. Literally there's signs everywhere saying permanent holders only, and I just don't know where to park. Does anyone else have these troubles? I thought the church might have had a car park, but it doesn't. So I don't know what they do for weddings and stuff. I feel awful that I've betrayed my thrift shop as well, because I obviously pick up some good stuff from there, but I feel like they're starting to slow down with putting stuff out, and that's fine. They're still obviously getting over the Christmas rush and stuff, which is great. I hope they've made loads over the Christmas period, but I just thought, let's try somewhere new, fresh stock, stuff I've not seen before, rather than seeing the same stuff over and over again and trying to find new bits. Now they have something called a nearly new sale, and it's on from 10 o'clock. They've even got a little sign there, nearly new. What it looks like.
She's been to all rock. I mean, she's quite interested in all kinds. But yeah, they did a little concert.
Now I'm not going to lie guys, I picked up a couple of things, but I think I'm spoiled by the thrift shop. So let's see if we've got time to go there. Hi guys, so I'm back from the thrift shops. I did go to the Washington one because the fear of missing out is just real. So I'll show you what I got from that first, because there wasn't many pickups. So I picked up this Hymn Venus Doom CD. Sometimes rock music can be very hit and miss. Hymn seems to do really well for some reason. So even second hand, you're talking about £10–15 for that, and I only paid 10 pence for it. Same as this one. I think this one will be a slow burner. I've not actually heard of it before. I don't have a clue who sings any of the songs. Mika Heinsen, Lie to You. Don't know if it's a bit more of a niche thing, but again, that was 10 pence. And that again sells for about 10 to 15 second hand. So really happy with that. The other item that I bought was just like a top for me, like a cardigan top thing. So yeah, bit disappointed with that one, not gonna lie, but the fear of missing out's real, and if you don't go to these sort of places, then you will definitely miss out. I'll show you the good stuff now. So was it worth the trek? It's about half an hour drive from me. Potentially, yeah, it was fine. I got some okay stuff, so I'll show you what I got. I only picked up 3 items. The first set is a pair of curtains, and they have a beautiful tassel on them. Really nice. They were only £2. Let me just find the brand again for you. I think they're quite a long drop as well. They are by Julian Charles. Now they're cotton. Their curtains are very hit and miss in price, especially second-hand ones, like pre-owned, but these are a very long drop. They've got to be a 90 drop. And I just think with the little tassels on the end, they're going to be a bit more desirable. And they're going for between £30 and £50 depending on the pattern. So I'm going to just put it on for 40. See what I get for that. So I'll move the other one out of the way. I spent £3.50 on this lady's barber, like cable knit. It's really nice. It's all genuine. It's a lightweight one actually, but there's loads of nice little details on it, and it all checks out. It's all real. So I was really happy with that. It didn't actually have a price on, and I found it quite funny because this thrift shop did have like price lists like what the one in Washington does, but she was literally like going through the board. She was like $3.50, and I'm like, yeah, no bother, that's fine. And I think they have set prices for everything like what the other one does, so it didn't matter that that was Barber. So yeah, this was my bargain of the day. It's a ladies Rohan like safari style jacket. The size tag is cut out, but it's really nice. I reckon I could easily get about £20 for that. It's 100% cotton, 0704. It's technically vintage Rohan as well because it's 2004. I reckon it's a 14. I'm like a 16, 18. So yeah, I reckon it's a 14 or a 12. But really nice, gorgeous piece for the summer. And you know what? You only charged us £1.50 for it. And the reason being is there's a tiny mark on the sleeve which will more than likely come out in the wash or with my own little tricks that I do. So yeah, really happy with that. So yeah, like you can see, it's very slim pickings, but that is absolutely fine by me. You will have also noticed as well that things are different behind us. I've decided to have my shed at overflow, and I just want everything in one place. So we're doing the garage out. That's why there's like doors and stuff behind us, because we're just insulating it at the moment. We're sorting all, I've sorted through all my stock, and yeah, like I said, I mean business in 2026, so something needed to be done. And I just think the racking, having the SKU system all set up, it's just beautiful, isn't it? It's just what you need. I literally just open the box G, grab something out, happy days. And that's what you need. You need something that's very quick in this game, so you need to be very organised. There's plenty of time where I've had stuff that I thought was in a box and it wasn't. So yeah, things are going to be different. I am going to pack my sales in a few moments. I'm just a bit tired after picking the kids up, because Leo, my youngest, is a bit of a handful at the moment. He's turning 3 on Saturday, so really can't wait for that. Going to be madness in the house when we have a party, but that's what it's all about, isn't it, when you have kids? Definitely. But yes, I wanted to talk to you a little bit as well, not about the racking or anything like that, but the bigger picture of things. So what I decided to do is, obviously because I'm sorting the garage out and because I've got new boxes and I've got a new SKU system, everything needed to be sorted out. It took us days to do it. The hubby's been fantastic. He's helped me loads as well. So if you're watching it, Scott, I do appreciate it. But yeah, basically I had about 200 items that I didn't actually realise weren't listed anywhere. They'd either grown stagnant on eBay, they dropped off, they weren't on Vinted, and I thought they were on. Or I've had an order and I've unfortunately had to cancel it because I just couldn't find it. So that's very rare though. So yeah, I've been sorting through all of the stock, and I decided let's turn January around. January is the month where most people are looking for extreme bargains. They want January sales. They want 80, 90, 100, like nearly 100% off, let's be honest. And I've had some silly offers on my eBay for my best items. So what I decided to do was, rather than take the time listing all of the items individually, I tried to sell them across the 3 platforms. So first up, I did a whatnot show. I'll put some footage here for you. I did a polling on whatnot, so I got a load of new followers and I sold 1 item, so it was worth it in the end, in the sense of, you know, gathering a bit of a base. People would like to see if you do regular shows or not, but I just don't think that whatnot's really for me. I'll give it another couple of goes, but I can't really talk very, I don't know if it's mutism or what, but I just can't really talk very well in front of the camera on a live basis like that. But anywho, Whatnot is a great platform for things to get rid of, like old stock. It just so happened to be that the stock that I had was all pants, because it was the stuff that I had from when I very first started, which is why it had grown stagnant, why it just wasn't selling. And also, not to mention, it was all high street, apart from like the odd Nike and the odd Under Armour thing. People aren't interested on Whatnot at your high street brands, your Debenhams, your Primark. Not that I had any Primark, like your River Island, your Zara. They're not interested in that. They're interested in your Nike, your Adidas, like trainers. They're interested in high value goods that they can get for really, really cheap prices. And if you want high street stuff, you just don't go on Whatnot. You go on Vinted for that. So that was probably the mistake that I had. And I also grouped it as a women's and a men's clothing show together. They can be successful, but not always. So yeah. The other thing that I did is I just listed all of my items for £1 on Vinted. So all of the stock that I just needed rid of. If it was stuff that I thought was better than £1, like my Levi jeans, I whacked them on for £5 just to get them gone. They owe me next to nothing, and them Levi jeans in particular that I'm describing happen to have a few rips and stuff, so nobody's going to really want that unless you're repurposing stuff. So yeah, on Vinted I made quite a few sales. I'll show you them here. I think it was round about £80. So all I did was make sure that I list them for 24 hours. As soon as 24 hours was up, that's it, gone, deleted them. Because the reality with Vinted is, because it's so fast paced, if you don't sell it within the 24 hours, it's going to just sit stagnant there. Especially as a pro seller, it sort of goes down on your ratings and stuff. And newer people, non-pro sellers, get bumped up. So yeah, I just thought it'd be a really good idea to get rid of that kind of stock. What's your bright ideas for January? I know it's nearly finished. Has everyone had a dry January? I've had an okay January. It's the first one that I've had where I've taken reselling seriously. You know, where it's a bit more full-time rather than part-time, because as you know, stuff's happening in April. So I'm just trying to work my way up to that level so that I know I'm okay. And I've heard loads of rumours that January is a poo. January is a rubbish time of year for reselling. So I just wanted your thoughts on it. Comment down below. Comment down below what your favourite pickup was. I think mine's definitely the Rohan jacket. You can't get Rohan for £1.50 these days. Absolutely not. All the charity shops are aware of that brand now. So it's always ticking £5, £6, £7 at minimum. So really, really happy with that. Yeah. I feel like I've waffled on, so I do apologise. But if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. It's amazing. And I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.